The year is 2022. I call it the year of the losses because I lost a lot. I grew up in a suburb of Montreal called La Salle. I was baptized Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I did my communion, my confession, all these things I did when I was young. When I was really young, we were kind of struggling financially. My dad was hopping from job to job. I know he sacrificed a lot for us. And eventually he got to get his own business, start his own business, got really successful. My dad was always my hero. The relationship between my parents was good until maybe I was maybe 8, 9 years old. They started to fight a bit more, to the point where when my dad went bankrupt in 2001, the same time my mom divorced. I didn't take it well at all. I think I closed myself down. I started doing drugs and more hanging with the wrong crowd. I didn't even graduate from high school. I have nothing. Ten years passed where I didn't achieve anything. I was at a point where, what do I do next? What's next? You know, when you're at the wall and you have no way out, no one to turn to. So I remember driving home. I remember passing in front of that church. I don't know why. When I got home, I just got beside my bed, kneeled down, and I started to pray. And I asked God, if you're there, I don't know what to do with my life. If you're real, if you're there, more now than ever, I need your help. I remember that day that I met Gloria. And she said, well, if you're free Saturday, we have an evangelical mission in the Church of Christ. You can come. I understand if you don't want. I said, okay, I'm in. Knowing that I asked God for guidance a couple of weeks prior to that. Knowing that I prayed to God to show me the way. In the short span that it happened, I knew that was my answer for my prayer. I knew that I had to move forward on it, to act on it. I went to an evangelical mission. The man was on one side, the female was on the other side. There was somebody to tell you where to sit. That I found it very impressive, very solemn, very respectful. And the teaching, which was a question and answer from the Bible. You know, as a Catholic and all that, there's a couple doctrine or teaching that gets frustrated, I would say, at the beginning when you learn it, because you're like, wait a minute, and that's not what they taught me. It's not the minister in front that's telling you, look, well, me, I do things like that, and this is all. No, it's from the Bible. Everything is black and white. That's what really put that seed of curiosity into me to learn more about what's going on here and is this real? I remember sitting down one-on-one with Brother Joel Misa. And then I enlisted as a Bible student. My dad was like, do whatever you have to do, but just be careful, right?
Pagka tayo pala dumaan sa pagsubok, Hindi natin dapat ikabahala. Anong dapat natin isipin? Talagang dadaan tayo riyan. Sapagkat ang layunin, kaya tayo dadaan dyan, paraan niya subukin ang uri o kalidad ng ating pananampalataya. Isipin niyo ang ating Panginoong Kristo. Yan ang ibinababala sa atin. Ang sabi niya, ito ang magiging pinakamalubhang panahon ng ano raw? Pagdurusa. Mga kapatid, malapit na ang araw ng paghuhukom. Kaya nangyayari ang lahat ng mga bagay na yan. Kaya tayo inihahanda ng ating Panginoong Diyos sa lahat ng ating masasagupa sa ating panahon. Sapagkat ang lahat ng yan ay magiging hindi na pangkaraniwan, magiging malulubha. Pero nung kinakailangan sa atin na mga kaanib sa loob ng Iglesia ni Cristo, sapagkat tayo ang tunay na iglesyang sa ating Panginoong Diyos at sa ating Panginoong Kristo, kinakailangan mapanghawakan natin ang ating kahalalan. Huwag nating mabitawan ang ating pagka-iglesia ni Cristo. Dapat matupad pa rin natin yung lahat ng ating saguting tinanggap sa ating Panginoong Diyos. Sapagkat ngayong napakalapit na, at hindi lang napakalapit na, kundi talagang malapit na ang ikalawang pagparito ng ating Panginoong Kristo, ang nais niya, pagdating niya, tayo ng mga kaanib ngayon sa loob ng Iglesia ni Cristo ay makasalubong sa Kanya para tayo dalhin doon sa pangako sa atin, sa bayang banal.
The day of my baptism, it was July 31st, 2011. After that day, I never looked back because my life turned around. Really, really quickly, my best friend, him and his wife, decided to join the church because they said, what's happening with Brother Jean-Marc? How is that possible that I was able to change my life like that so quickly? Nothing short of a miracle for them. My dad started to get very sick. I remember the doctor calling me and saying, you have to come see your dad. I don't think he's gonna make it. I cried and I started to pray.
Ang sabi ng ating Panginoong Diyos, siya ang mangunguna sa atin. Siya ang ating magiging kasama. Hindi niya tayo bibiguin, hindi niya tayo bibitawan, hindi niya tayo pababayaan. Huwag lang tayong maduwag. Kaya ngayon na nakakasagupa tayo at baka lalo pang tuminti sa mga darating na panahon, ang lagi ninyong isipin at tiyakin sa inyong buhay, kasama ninyo ang Panginoong Diyos. Sapagkat hindi niya tayo pababayaan bilang mga tunay na lingkod niya. Kailangan lang nating gawin yung lahat ng sinasabi niya sa atin para makalampas tayo sa lahat ng pagsubok sa buhay na ito. Ano raw ang dapat nating piliin?
Yung
Katotohanan. Alin ba yung katotohanan, mga kapatid?
Salita ng Diyos po.
Yung mga salita ng Diyos na nakasulat sa Biblia. Kailan ba natin tinatanggap yung mga salita ng Diyos, yung kanyang mga katotohanan?
Sa pagsamba.
Sa pagsamba. Kaya tignan ninyo, pagka kayo laging sumasamba, kahit ano masagupan nyo. Paglabas nyo ng kapilya, kaya ko na naman itong mga masasagupa kong ito. Kasi napalalakas tayo ng mga salita ng Diyos. Kaya huwag tayong hihiwalay sa ating kahalalan. Mahalin natin ang ating pagka-iglesia ni Cristo. Tuparin natin yung mga aral ng Diyos na itinuturo sa atin. Kasi pagka ginawa natin yan, hindi tayo mahihirapan para makiusap sa ating Panginoong Diyos na tayo ay tulungan lalo na sa panahon ng ating mabibigat na pangangailangan.
But my dad's a fighter. He was in the long-term care facility because he cannot walk anymore. And we had that talk about church. It's not too late, Dad, for you to listen. I'll just bring the minister with me. Just listen to a couple study and let me know. If you don't like it, we'll stop. I'll still come and see you. You're my dad. I'll still be around. I'll still be with you. But give it a shot. And we went to him, we gave him Bible study, and the more he learned, the more he listened. I guess the same realization as I had, like every question we have is answered in the Bible. So I brought him to an evangelical mission, and it was Caraniel, Serrano, and he was the one officiating the EVM in Montreal. They had a conversation, and I was just watching from afar and seeing my dad happy from I don't know how long. How many years I never saw him like happy like that. Yeah. And my dad being not mobile, we had to make like really like special steps, special care to make sure that he can receive the baptism.
Ang kinakailangan daw sa mga tunay na iglesia ni Kristo, ano raw? Lubos na sumasampalataya sa ating Panginoong Diyos. Yan ang limiin natin sandali sa ating buhay. Yung bang pagsampalataya natin sa Diyos ay lubos. Kung kayo ay may karamdaman, kung kayo ay may mabigat na problema, kung mayroong mga bagay na bumabagabag sa inyong buhay, o kaya suliranin sa inyong sambahayan, ang lahat ng yan malulunasan. Kailan? Pagka tayo lubos na sumampalataya sa magagawa po ng ating Panginoong Diyos. Masama ang nag-aalinlangan. Kinakailangan pagka tayo sumampalataya, ang sabi nga ng ating Panginoong Kristo ay lubos. Parang nang sa ganun, pagka tayo humingi sa ating Panginoong Diyos, magagawa natin yung bagay na imposible.
I was blessed enough to be the one performing as a deacon to assist the minister in his baptism. I was bringing him to every church activity. So I was able to really enjoy our time together. Towards the end, he was bedridden, but he was always happy to, of course, to see us. The year is 2022. I call it the year of the losses because I lost a lot. It started with my dad, but I know I'm sad because it's my dad, but I'm happy because he passed away a member of the church. And to top it all off, in October I lost my job. It was hardest, I think, on my family, on my wife, because of the financial aspect. I know that we had some discussion where she was very scared of what's coming, but I always told her, I said, we trust God, we're Christian, don't worry. He will not let us to go down like that. He will prevail. And I know the easy way is to give up. I think what helped me is that I never gave up. I kept performing my duty. I kept pushing.
Yun ang sabi sa atin ng Diyos eh. Oo, meron kang problema. Maaaring mabigat ang problema mo. Maaaring marami yan. Pero matatapos din yan. Yun ang maaasahan mo. Ano dahilan? Sapagkat tayo ay mayroong tunay na Diyos. Oo. Kaya wag nating kalilimutan ng Panginoong Diyos sa ating buhay. Tularan natin yung maraming iglesia ni Kristo. Nagpupunta pa sa loob ng gusaling sambahan para gawin yung kanilang pagpapanatag. Sapagkat napakabigat siguro ng problema nilang daladala sa kanilang buhay, sa kanilang sambahayan, sa kanilang hanap buhay. Pero nais pa rin nila matupad yung kanilang sagutin, yung kanilang gampanin sa ating Panginoong Diyos. Mga kapatid, huwag tayong mawawala ng pag-asa. Huwag tayong manghihina. Lagi nating tandaan, may Diyos tayo. At ang Panginoong Diyos natin ay tunay, totoo. Walang bagay na imposible sa Kanya. Lahat magagawa niya para sa atin. Mga kapatid, pagka ang Diyos ay nabigyan natin ng kasiyahan, pagka ang Panginoong Diyos sinunod natin ang lahat ng kanyang kagustuhan, hindi natin tinalikuran ang ating sagutin, minahal natin ang ating pagkaiglesia ni Kristo, kahit na ano pang ating nasagupa, yung lahat ng sinabi ng Biblia sa atin na gagawin ng ating Panginoong Diyos, gagawin po niya yan sa ating buhay.
For 8 months, I was jobless. I was still having to support my family. Somehow, there was always something that happens that I would not be on the street, or that I would not lose everything I have. God made it happen. I couldn't find the right job. I couldn't find the proper place that I can work and mix my duty in it. In Laval, and my house, that was a place of worship, and we started there from Laval GWS, and then I realized, like, okay, so maybe God is telling me that I need to find a place of worship, a bigger, suitable place of worship for our brethren in Laval, because we couldn't fit in my house anymore. I went in the corner, I prayed. The week I found the place of worship is the week I got my job. So I knew that this was the right job. Everything was aligned. Before I joined the church, I was going nowhere. And now I have a career. So I'm the director of purchasing and inventory for Thermolec, which is a manufacturer of in the HVAC industry. I am a group worship service overseer. My wife is presently a finance officer, and we're waiting for her to become deaconess. I have 2 children, Gabriel Chartrand, and when he gets baptized, he wants to be a CWS watcher. And my youngest, Zoe Jeanne Chartrand, she's 5 years old, and for sure she's going to be a choir member. My daily prayer to God is that He makes my family strong. Life must go on. I have to provide for them, and I still have to be strong. And the only way you can get that strength is performing your duty, and all the more dedicating yourself to God.